All right. So a lot of people are not getting any notifications. So y'all bear with me while I get some people on. Let me go to my my update so I can update the people on Patreon. So today we're gonna have a conversation with Armon Wiggins show. So he's gonna call in and we're gonna have a conversation. So give me a second while I share this on my Twitter and all on my feeds. Give me a quick second. We're streaming on Facebook. We also streaming on YouTube because a lot of folks ain't getting their notifications. Okay. Folks ain't getting their notifications, but we're real cool with it. So we're gonna have a conversation. So let everybody know. Lipstick Alley, you all posted on Lipstick Alley as well. So we're gonna definitely make sure y'all post it as well. So let me post it on Lipstick Alley my damn self. So make sure, because I know this is gonna be good. Okay, he's gonna call in and everything like that. So I'm posting it everywhere. Give me a second. I'm posting his link everywhere. I'm posting on Lipstick Alley because then people will be like, "Oh, I didn't see the link," and I shared it on the Wiley Show page so that people can see it. And y'all bear with me, okay? So me and Armon Wiggins were friends. We were cool, and it's just some issues that need to be resolved. I think like a conversation that needs to happen. I think a conversation that haven't happened in a long time. He reached out to me. Of course, that you all see the message and I'm gonna post on here so you all can see it on y'all screen. Because on yesterday he reached out to me via YouTube and he posted this on YouTube. So let me show y'all this post. I mean this comment. I'm sorry. Here we go right here. So that was yesterday. I'm not sure why I'm always mentioned during your live streams. I don't have a problem with you. Whenever you're live, I'll call and I'll let you know what it is. So I didn't know at that time that he put that on there. Then when I checked my phone, he left me a text message to come on the show because, you know, I haven't changed my number. So I'm like, okay. He said he would love to come on the show. I asked him would he love to come on camera. He said no. He would rather do the phone, and I'm cool with it. Just whatever it is that we can have a conversation and stuff like that, because I think it's a conversation that definitely need to be had. I think for both parties, even for me, because I've been very consistent of my grievances concerning Mr. Wiggins and concerning his style, concerning him. So I definitely want to hear what he have to say. And I want to say this to my audience that's watching this. I'm not looking for a moment of us being back friends and buddies. Like, no, I just want a conversation that I think that should happen. And I think the reason why I want it to happen publicly is because the fallout, you know. So I think like it's long overdue. Is your state on lockdown? Well, we definitely can just travel and get something to eat, and that's it. Okay, so I went and got me something to eat, and I'm definitely might go get my money back because that chicken was it wasn't the best. It was like, So I went to Raising Cane and got me some Raising Cane. So okay, I think this is Amai. He's on. Hello, Amai, that's you?
Hello.
Okay, we can hear you. Good. So
Hello?
we hear you clear. So what's up, man?
Did you want to go ahead and start? I just feel like we should have this conversation so that we could just kind of move forward. Because I think I would like to know, like, you know, what, like how are you? Like, what's going on? Talk to me.
Well, I'm blessed. I really think like I'm living my best moment now in life. I think that I'm doing well with YouTube, doing well in life, number one. And I feel like we never had a conversation because we had a lot of problems in our relationship, and it was public, and it mostly concerning my family issues. And I was literally upset about the interview because of allegations that was made, and clearly that never got cleared up, and that happened on your platform. And so it always reiterated from that because other bloggers, you know, picked it up, and I don't even have access to the interview to use to literally clear my name, and other bloggers have it. And hell, I was on the interview, and it was my loved ones actually on the interview. Are you there?
Okay. Yeah, I'm here. I'm just letting you talk because I don't want anybody saying I'm interrupting.
Well, no, and
I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, so this is all about I'm trying to figure out. So this is all about. So everything that you've said, everything that you've done on, let's just go to YouTube. All of this is about the interview.
No, it's more. It's like that's the main part of it, but that's not the only thing. You know what I'm saying? Because with our dynamic is other issues concerning that. Another issue that I had with you concerning the YouTube is when I wanted to do my channel and I was doing my channel, I wanted to interview another blogger. And you said that, oh no, I'm gonna say the blogger name, Jay Wilson. Oh, I don't mess with Jay Wilson. Tell Jay Wilson to teach you how to use Skype. And you thought that I was interviewing these people that didn't like you. No, I'm interviewing these people to help grow my platform as well, because I want to be successful. I want to grow as well. And I think you took it as though I was going to interview this person to bash you or to dish you. And that just wasn't the case. I actually interviewed that guy about a whole lot of things that wasn't really painted you in a bad light. And the only reason why I asked you to use Skype is because you was helping with OBS and I didn't know how to do Skype.
Okay. So I'm listening. I'm just trying to, okay. So that was the issue that you have with me, the issue with your mother, the interview with all of that. So all of that is the reason why you say that the things that you say about me on my platform, i.e. coming from my man, or every chance you get saying something about, my mother, or, saying that I'm jealous of different content creators. Like all of that is stemming from the interview and me not showing you how to use Skype and OBS.
No. Now, the jealousy part, the things that we're talking about current, I just give my honest assessment on how I feel about the situation. You know what I'm saying? Jesse, if I say that you jealous of Tasha K, I'm not saying that because me and you fell out. I'm saying that that's just how I'm receiving that. And I give my honest assessment. The same thing I said about the whole T.S. Madison thing. I just gave my honest assessment of that fallout because of what you were doing. I took that as jealousy. I took that as hurt and jealous. That's how I took that. And that's how I related it to my audience.
Okay. So I guess we can start with the interview thing. Here's the thing, that before I say all of that, I want to first say that I think that because there's another piece of you that has said on many occasions that I've never wanted you to grow and I've never cared. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want you to grow. I'm intimidated, or I won't say your name because I'm afraid that you will get my audience and this, that, and the third. So I'll tell you this. I don't think that you're a threat to me, but I think that you're very talented. I've said I don't think that you're talented in the past, but I think that you're talented. I think that you'll go far. And I think that you have potential. If I didn't think that you were talented, I would have never worked with you in the beginning. Okay. I don't dislike you. I don't hate you. However, with all that being said, I think that you'll get to 1 million, 10 million, 100,000, whatever you desire. I think, hell, if you can go and sit on some major platforms and do commentary. However, the piece when it comes for me, and I have to be honest with that, is for me, I don't want to be a part of that journey with you alongside you in any way. Meaning like, I can't stop you from talking about me. That's fine, whatever. But I'm saying, we don't have to work together and do any collabs. And, honestly, I don't really rock with you like that. Not because I don't think that not because I'm jealous of you. However, it's because when we have the situation going back to the interview with your mother, being on Facebook, you remember you told me to do that interview. You told me, you begged me to do it. And you threatened me if I didn't interview you and do these interviews and interview your mother, like you were going to be pissed at me. You literally said, if I was your real friend, I should do that interview. You made me do it. And then here we are, it didn't go in your favor. And then when you get mad at me, you go online and you blast me out which was fine. We fell out, if you remember. And then guess what? We got back cool. I didn't know that you were still holding on to that because you told me to do the interview. I was not going to do it. And see, and I also feel like there's a little bit of like ungratefulness there because it's shout out to your cousin, respect him, whatever he's done for you. But it's a little bit of a slap in the face when you now come to YouTube and when you talk about these things, when I was the one building you and not like you couldn't build yourself, but me and you would talk on the phone many times and we would pour into each other. We would come up with ideas. I knew nothing about a tank. Then all of a sudden you're saying that he said these nasty things about me and this, that, and the third. So to me, that was all news to me when we found out. So I'm like, oh, okay. So boom. But however, we're cool. We cool. And I specifically tell you, I said, listen, because we have fallen out on before and then you took everything to social media. And I said, okay, well, if we do this route again, Wiley, we do this again, we on YouTube. If we fall out, please do not take it to social media. You did that again on YouTube. And now you know now, and just like I know now, YouTube is a whole different game from Facebook. There's a lot more to lose. There's businesses, there's brands, there's a lot of money involved. This is it. This is everything that you and I and everybody else that's doing this, we kind of dreamed of. So I'm at a place right now, while I don't hate Wiley, I don't hate the Wiley Show, I'm just not willing to take that risk of being personally associated with you because you said it yourself that you will do anything for a click in a view. You don't have loyalty to anybody. For me, that's not a bad thing if that's what you want to do. It's nothing wrong with how you get it. Like, I'm supporting you from the side. However, I cannot rock with you like that because, bitch, that's just not how I roll. You know what I'm saying? And I can't be in a situation, and I don't want to be in a situation where, I'm talking to you or we're working together behind the scenes or we're doing whatever we're doing. We're doing collabs, and then one day you get mad at me and then you're online, quote unquote, exposing me. And now you have a little bit of credibility because people known us to work together. It's like, at this stage of the game, I can't take those kind of risks anymore. Does it bother me? Like, damn, I really thought we was going to be cool. Sure, I really did think we was going to be cool. However, I'm at a place now where I can honestly say, I think you'll go far. I don't dislike you. I support you from a distance. I'm happy to see you growing, but I personally cannot be that associated with you like that because the way that you're doing your journey is not, it doesn't align the way that I'm going my way. Like, everything is not content. You get what I'm saying? The fact that I'm even having to do this with you on live in front of however many people who are watching this now or watch this later. I don't do this with my friends. I don't do this with people that I work with. I don't go on live and just hash out our issues. This is not what I will be doing with a person that I love, that I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. And it's no shade to you. It's just what it is.
Well, but this is the thing, though. How I took it is I never wanted that again. What I wanted is clarification and some type of dialogue concerning the matter. And when I would do things on my channel and you would go on there and you would say a cockeyed blogger, I think that's very disrespectful because I have always put respect on your name. Even if I'm saying that you're jealous of Tasha K, I will always say the Armon Wiggins Show and give credit where credit is due. And for you to say that and degrade me in that manner and without putting respect on my name, I think that was wrong. And I felt a type of way concerning that. I'm like, wow, like, why is he doing this? And we do have a history. And that's where I know we will never, and I won't even say we will never get to that point because I don't know how the universe works. Because let the record show that me and you never met in person. Me and you never ever were in the same room together. We have all the relationship that we had have always been social media. So I don't know. This is nothing new for us to do this because we have done this before. So we have met each other through social media. I didn't meet you in person. We never met in person. So it wasn't that type of dynamic. Mainly what the friendship was us doing YouTube. I would go on your Facebook show and you would come on my Blog Talk Radio show. And that's just what it was. But I thought we were friends, but in an instance, I know that you did not know much about mental illness. You was not that educated in that department. Because at one point I was like, how he not see this? But now that I'm with the knowledge and understanding that I have now, a lot of people don't understand bipolar. A lot of people don't understand people that have a mental breakdown. A lot of people don't. And you just did not understand that. And for that, I don't fault you for that. What you saw, you didn't meet me in person. You thought that I was on drugs. You thought that I was on this because you did not never met me in person. So you really did not know. And I was holding that against you. And that's not your fault. That's my fault to even put that on you when you didn't even know me in person. And yes,
so, I was first like, because I meant, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I'm gonna let you go ahead. Go
ahead.
I
was going to say, I actually meant to add that in my beginning statement too. Listen, you're right. I probably calling you cockeyed is rude. So I apologize for calling you cockeyed. It was what it was. It was the beat. We were throwing shade. Because it is what it is. I don't need to pick on you to big myself up in that scenario. So I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? However, when it comes down to, let's be clear. I'm apologizing for, calling you cockeyed and things like that in the time of shade and reading and things like that, because I really want you to take away from this. I don't care if you drag me after this. I don't care what the subscribers say. I don't care if we don't ever, any of that. This is not about you to try to stop talking about me. I just want you to put context to your commentary. So, Armon does not hate me, but deep down why we are not cool. Because we had every ability to be good friends, best friends, all of that. However, it stopped. Now, you're saying there was a mental illness and I didn't understand that. All right. I probably didn't understand that to its capacity, but you did call me when you were in, the facilities, and I would talk to you and we would do those things, whatever. But okay, let's move on. During that time, you had mental illness. Boom. Right? So that's the time that was earlier stages on. However, I even seen today, I watched you in a live video in your car. I just clicked on it. But this is not new. You've said it several times on your channel. Without me, this is not even about me all the way. It's about the way that you think that you have to get it to be successful, which your way is your way. I can't tell you what's the right way. I'm only saying I can't align myself because it's too much of a risk for me to take with you. So what I'm saying is I've watched you do it with other content creators, like people on your platform, and I'm not even saying this to be shady, but I'm just saying, like, people will say, and you've even said it out yourself, it's about a click and a view. This is recently. You want that click and a view. Everything is content. You're not loyal. So we're past mental illness at this point. That was a year and a half ago. These are things that you still say to this day. You get what I'm saying? So it's not. The mental illness is one thing, but this is how you really think, and this is how you really feel. And what I'm saying is that's why, because you want to know why I don't associate with you, why I don't say your name. I'm not going to associate. I don't want to be associated with you in any way, because you are liable to get on live and take our past relationship and put a little sauce on it. And if somebody that doesn't like me or whatever the case may be, guess what? They'll believe what you're saying. So my thing is this: if I don't rock with you like that, then I don't have to endorse you. And I'm not going to endorse something that somebody will literally go and spin a narrative. Like, I've literally watched you spin narratives on me, and I'm like, he knows this is not even true. But you're mad at me, so I get it. But I'm just saying, and it's like and to address another thing, like, as far as people like that mess with you, and I won't associate with them, you're 100% right. And you ain't never lied. If it's a moderator, if it's somebody that come on your channel, because typically, I'm gonna be honest with you, people that know me or that rock with me or moderate for me or whatever the case may be, they've seen a video that you've made about me, typically. And they've asked me what's going on, and they know the relationship, and they know. But it's like the minute that they get upset or they feel some type of way, then they go and immediately go over to start fucking with you, to throw spite at me. Again, those are people that I cannot fuck with on the up. Like, anybody that's willing to go, because to me that means that they think the way that you think. And we've already established that I don't agree with that thought process. So anybody that's willing to go sit with you and be in that energy, I don't want to be in that, because I do consider loyalty. I don't do everything for a click and a view. Everything is not content. I'm not going to post your text messages. I'm not going to do that. And the thing is this, people would say, well, why are you live now talking about it? That's not, because if I'm being 100% honest with you, I don't trust you. So I would rather do it live than send you a voice recording and then you play half the voice recording. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying what I'm saying. It's unfortunate, but if you really want to know the truth, that is the truth. I just can't get with, to me, it just feels like our integrity lines are going different ways. And that is like the bigger issue for me. So it's not that I don't like you or I don't want to fuck. It's just like your journey is your journey, and the way that you go about getting there, I'm just not with it. Like it just, because at any point I could be a casualty of war. Like if you needed to, you would step on me to get ahead. And I can't do that anymore, because we've been there several times on Facebook. And I asked her, I said, you could be mad at me, you could tell me, but please don't take all this to social media. And you did. And I've seen you do it with other content. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, well, I can't be in that, because the stakes are getting higher now. The deals are getting bigger. You know what I mean? It's the minute that me and you fell out, you was like, yeah, he said Tasha K, he called me, he said this about T.S. Madison, and he was on the phone with her, and you know, and his boyfriend this, and he was fucking in this car, and every little piece of information you thought you knew, whether it was true, false, or a little bit of truth to it, you went and you was like running that down. And it's like, bitch, I can't take those kind of risks now, because the conversations that I'm having now are totally different from the conversations that I'm having, that I've had then, and they're bigger now. So I can't run the risk of you exposing some of the conversations that I'm having now for content. You know what I'm saying? So it's better for me to just be like, I don't rock with that dude, because if it comes down to me or him, he'll throw me under the bus for a click and a view. And I ain't got time for that. I just don't.
Well, this is what I would say. It's no different when I do commentary than when you talk about T.S. Madison, when you talk about Lovely T or whomever, even when you talked about Daytime Tea Time. It's no different. I found a niche because it's very profitable to talk about bloggers, and if you want to come up, for me, and in my humble opinion. And I feel as though concerning you, it was issues that with the interview, that was unresolved issues, and you did not clear up that rumor. And my mother came on there and she cleared it up, because we heard the recording, we heard the interview. And that's why I brought my mother on for the show, back to my show, to even clear that up. And even with the interview, you did not handle it professional. You were intoxicated, in my humble opinion, and you literally laughed when I was crying. So it was, to me, from that day forward, I'm like, I don't really think we friends, because that interview wasn't handled professional. It just wasn't handled right for your part as the host. Because when I go back and I listen to it and I hear it, I said, wow. And then when you came on these different shows in this sector to mention me without even calling me, you do these shows, you do this just to like try to clip your name. And in reality, it didn't necessarily did not clear up your name. What it cleared up that, okay, Wiley and Armon Wiggins have a beef that was before YouTube. Even when you and Tasha K fell out, I went on the record before y'all. I said, I don't think that's going to work. And I didn't like that you was working with Tasha K, because I knew it wasn't going to work. Even before you got a lot of subscribers on YouTube, I was like, you're going to be very successful on YouTube. I the one that told you to get on YouTube, because at one point you did not want to do it. You want to stay on Facebook. So I was very supportive of you and helped you along the way in your early stages. And I felt as though that you got upset with me and said, oh, I'm not going to teach you that. I ain't going to teach you that Skype thing, because you with the ops, as though everything have to go the Armon Wiggins way. And if things don't go the Armon Wiggins way, Armon Wiggins will have to cut you off. And that's just how you run your life. And with that, I have no respect for, I have to respect that, because that's your life. That's how you want to approach a business or a friendship. And I can't be mad at it. Just how I felt for you, because you felt as though if I don't like this person, you can't like this person. And I don't operate like that. I don't give a damn if you hate this person. That don't mean I have to hate that person. That means I'm not your friend. I'm your puppet. I'm not your friend. I'm your mouthpiece or your something that you walk on, a rug or something. And I just did not like that, because at the end of the day, I have my own mind, I have my own opinion, and I like who I like. And it may be the same people that you don't like, and I might like that person. And I feel like we should be cool with that as long as we have an agreement. And I felt as though that you pushed the gun, you blocked me off. I will never forget the day that you blocked me. You didn't even call me. You just blocked me. So already I'm having doubts, and I'm emotional. I was like, wow. So I'm like, what else? I was like, okay, let me go on social media as though, because that takes me back to when the family blocked me, and they were, okay, whatever way to get their attention. I know that everybody gonna tune into social media, so I go to that outlet. And that's what I really have to respond to it. So yes.
Okay, so yeah, so in regards to the first thing, when you said it's no different than daytime, and it's not certainly doing commentary on it. Technically, this is about you and I and what we have going on. And I will also say, in regards to daytime, TS, hell, even Tasha, like we're not on live for people. So you don't know what happened or how we got to the point where we're at, because it wasn't broadcasted, because it wasn't about content. It was really about getting to an understanding, amongst people. So there's that piece. So that's why it's a bit of a difference, because it was more of, it's not content. There was a relationship that wanted to be solved there. And at the end of the day, if one of them would have been like, don't ever do that to me again, because mind you, this has happened maybe once or twice. If they told me, like I said, I'm not going to go into what the conversations have been, but you don't know what the conversation have been on the back end with different individuals. But what I'm saying, from me to you, we didn't just have one fallout. We've had 2, 3, 4 times that you went online and attempted to expose me for being mad at, for when you've been mad. Like, this didn't just happen one time. This happened 3 or 4 times. And then when you say that we weren't friends, I think that you're really right about that. However, it's interesting because we stopped talking. And I think this is a very vital part that you're not saying. After the interview, I knew you were mad, because what happened? We didn't talk, and then you went on and was exposing me and blasting me and doing the whole dragging thing. That was after the interview. We didn't talk for months. We became cool again. I apologize to you. We talked it out. We literally talked it out like we did now. And I said, okay, so if we fall out again, let's not go live on social media. So, and you said, okay, then we started kind of working together. Now, listening to you talk, now I feel even more validated in cutting you off, because you were never over the interview. So you were just playing the game. Like, you were never my friend after that point. Like, the relationship really stopped at the interview, which is fine. However, we got back cool and started working together. But to you, and what you're saying and what I'm getting from you, the relationship was really over after I interviewed your family, which is fine to me, but you're not putting in perspective, and you're not saying the fact that we became cool again, then we started working together, and then all of a sudden, yes, you're absolutely right. I'm on social media. There's some dude doing some weird shit in my comments. There's a chick on live, doing some weird shit at the time. She don't like me. And so, yes, for me, absolutely. I stand my ground on this, as you will stand your ground. Out of all the people on YouTube, out of all the content creators, and these people didn't even have really huge platforms like that, those are the people you want to interview? The people that hate me, and I'm supposed to be your friend. That's just like me being Cardi B's best friend, and I'm going to want to go and do an interview with freaking Ra Ali. It's just like, why out of all people you want to go and get your clicks and views with the fucking ops? Now, if you don't see anything wrong with that, this is why we're here where we're at. I understand, but this is why I'm saying we can have a wholesome conversation, but because we will never see eye to eye on it, which is fine, this is why I don't fool with you and you don't fool with me, because our integrity levels are different. I'm not going to go sit with no ops that my people don't like. It's not control. It's like I can go get it from somewhere else. I don't have to go interview a bitch that deliberately don't like my best friend for some clicks and views. Like, to me, that doesn't make sense. It's never going to make sense to me. And I would never have a person like that around me, because they'll do anything for an opportunity. And so that's just that on that. Well, and yeah, like that's just that on that.
Well,
like,
to
I
me,
mean, I think I said it all.
And I hear that point, but it seems very weird to me how you would break up with Tasha and then you would befriend Candace. And see, this is where the whole thing with the brother Jay Wilson situation is different. We wasn't best friends. It was an interview, an innocent interview. And the issue that you had with brother Jay is that he was putting links in your comments. He wasn't dragging you. He didn't say, I hated you. That wasn't the case. It was an interview and it was a collaboration. After you blocked me and did not teach me the Skype, we went on and did Blog Talk Radio. It was no anti-Armon Wiggins at all. That wasn't the case. And I could not put my show in the back seat because of your feelings, in a sense. Okay, well, he don't get along with this person, get all of that. And a lot of people you didn't get along with. And a lot of people you did not like.
We're bringing other people into it, right? You got other content creators now that I don't even want to bring nobody else into it, because it's not that kind of show. It's not about that. It's about you and I. So go ahead.
But if you brought that example, I have a right to respond, bring up an example. Well, after you broke up with Tasha, you got with Candace. Like, it's like you can't just damn me for doing something that you yet are doing now. Now, if you that type of person didn't do that, then I would never bring that up. But I have to bring it up because that helps with the argument that I'm presenting. And again, I interviewed brother Jay Wilson.
No, that doesn't make sense, bro.
I interviewed him. Sense, bro. We beefed. It was nothing. It was no anti. Again, I feel as though you got in your feelings and you thought it was against you, and it wasn't. It was not. That interview with you blocking for that Jay Wilson, it was nothing against you. We wasn't even dragging you. It was a conversation to help grow my platform. That's it. It was nothing, no it was nothing like that. We didn't drag you at all. And I could say for me, I didn't bring up.
I think we're past that. I think that because now what's happening is you're starting you're starting to throw narratives in there, because now you're saying stuff that's not the same. Okay. The first I think we're doing good, and I don't even want this to go left. But what I'm saying is you're saying I broke up with Tasha and got cool, which is this is not even about them. But you're saying I broke up with Tasha and got cool with Candace. That's not the same thing as me and you being friends, and then you go and work with the ops as we are currently friends. You did that while we were friends. It's different if that's a whole nother thing, is if you get cool with somebody after a friendship. That does happen because certain things happen. You've done that as well. What I'm saying is I have never been a friend of a person, a current friend or a current associate working with someone, and then I go and want to kick it with a person. And you're talking about Jay Wilson. You know we were talking Mona Simone. Me and Mona Simone had one of the biggest interviews because she was throwing shade at me, and we had a whole issue. Like, if you're gonna speak on it, like please speak facts, because I cannot. I don't like when like these little false narratives get thrown.
Again, it's not a false narrative. I'm giving you my reasoning. Again, it was no anti against Armon. What I did was
it's the same thing.
I did not owe you, and
You're
this is
saying that it's the same thing.
It is to me.
Thing.
That's how I'm going to
currently
receive that. That's how I take that because I'm like,
okay, you win. You know what? You're right. You win.
No, in that instance, that's how I received it. But even with the Mona,
because this is not. I'm not. This is where it's trying to get clicky and viewy. I'm not with it.
It's not. It's not trying to get clicky and viewy. I'm good. No, I'm just giving an assessment of the situation.
You're right. Thank you for your time. You win the argument. I said what I said on it. I don't have a problem with you.
I don't have I don't have.
That's it.
I don't have a problem with you, but this is the thing I want to say with this situation. I wanted to build my platform, and I saw an opportunity to interview these people to help grow the channel. That's it. It was nothing. And I want you to hear me in that instance. And then when you kept saying the ops, you might think that person is the ops, but to me, that person is not the ops. I don't think the way you think. It's because you friend somebody. Don't mean I have to think the way how you think. I have to dress the way you dress. I have my own identity. I have my own mind. That was you. You thought them people was the ops. I did not think that.
Right. And I totally understand. And you are 100% valid in that point. And that's nothing wrong with that. That's nothing wrong with that. You have every right. Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. But then when the question is asked, well, would we work together? We will ever be cool? No, because you could obviously see that we don't think the same. And there's nothing wrong with that. But to answer your question, it's not about me not liking you. I just don't rock with you because we don't think the same with certain stuff. Like I just don't. But it doesn't mean that your way is right and mine is wrong, or mine is wrong and yours is right. You are your own individual person. I'm my own individual person. I just called you today to let you know that the reason why I don't rock with you is not because I'm jealous of you or I don't want people to, support you or anything like that. I think that you'll do great. You'll be phenomenal. And whatever it is that you do, it's just me and you don't have the same kind of integrity. We just don't agree integrity-wise and loyalty-wise. We're just not there. And for that, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
It's not and even with the question with the loyalty. It's the question with the approach and your idea. And I feel like we agree to disagree on that approach. My ideal is if I have a friend that have a platform and if he want to interview that person, go ahead. Just as long as you ain't dragging me in the interview. Because I will look at you straight. But if you want to grow your platform, I'm the type of friend, go right ahead. I have worked with countless content creators on this show. And that's what I have.
But outside of that, I don't want, because that's what people will hold on to, like, oh, I'm mad about an interview. No, outside of that, you talked about my mother. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, you try to you discuss my man. Outside of that, you try to put these issues like I have, like my family, like you said a lot of stuff. Outside of that, like you've just done a whole lot of like stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I mean, we all do that. So that's why I'm like, okay, certain things I can be cool with, but it was just like little pieces that you may have known about me or, little ideas that I've said, because we've never met. So, but then you would go and sell that to your audience. You know what I mean? For people that don't like me. And so for that, I'm just like, this is just all a bunch of just bull crap, because it's like, it's not that I dislike this nigga. The nigga know why I don't fuck with him, because I asked him. And then there was a whole video where you even said that you was jealous of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you're jealous of me now, but you did a whole interview where you were telling people that you were jealous of me. You get what I mean? So it's just like,
and I did.
I don't know.
I did that on Ear Hustler podcast with James Cooper, because I was giving my story and my testimony of that. What you took that and spin a narrative, in my humble opinion, and didn't even give promo or attention credit to that podcast doing that live broadcast. You know what I'm saying? So for that, I feel like you were trying to spin this narrative. Oh, you hear that? Wiley said I was jealous. I said I was, past tense. It was a lot of things that I was doing. I don't do those things anymore. And I feel as though I said we need to have a moment where we can have a conversation and talk. And we having a beautiful conversation. I think that it's a conversation that needs to be had. This ain't the first time that someone had or two brothers have fell out of their idea about business, everything. Okay. But if you can fall out, have that same energy and try to resolve the issues. We don't have to never be cool. I would never say we would never work together because I would never say never. Because you never know what deals. I would never say never.
Minaj asked you to go on Queen Radio and told me that Wiley would be up there too. I wouldn't do the show. I wouldn't do it.
Again,
I honestly wouldn't do a show. I wouldn't do it.
I think and that if you stand that way, you stand that way. But with me, I got to be careful saying what I would never do. Because it's a lot of things I've said I would never do. And then I got into predicament. The same thing that I said I would never do, I wind up doing. We say a lot of when we think our mind is made up, but when you present it with that opportunity, you don't know what would you do in that opportunity. Why
I would say never though.
Yeah, I
go
you know,
than a click in a view.
You know, if a deal,
hello.
Yeah, I'm here. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but I personally, I'm talking about for me.
It goes deeper than a click in the view.
It's not even with a click in the view. I'm talking about like business opportunity. It could be anything. You talking about a Nicki Minaj thing. I'm talking about like other ideas, like a podcast, radio show.
No, let me tell you. I'm trying to explain to you why I wouldn't do it, bro. The reason why I wouldn't do it is because at any moment, anything that happens behind the scenes, you'll be back on your platform, going live, talking about it, and everything is not content. And you show me over and over and over that that's what you do. So that's why it doesn't matter if it's business, if it's personal. You think everything dealing with a content creator is public knowledge.
That's not true. Not for me. That's not true.
You do that.
That's not true. What you see, Armon Wiggins, let me explain to you about the show. Because
you've done it to me.
Okay, and I understand that. But for this show, and we never had a conversation. We never ever tried to resolve that. When it got heated after this last time in this situation, we never really talked. Okay, this is the first time we talked. Now you came over to this platform, and see, this is where I want to bring this up because you are allowed to come into my chat to comment and to call in, but on your show, I'm not allowed to comment in your chat. Hell, my name is not even allowed to be typed in your chat. Again, it's about etiquettes and about business, and it's about being fair.
Like that's why
it's about being fair because if you don't rock with Wiley, but Ahmad, that does to me that sound hypocritical because you can't say I don't rock with Wiley, but then if such and such come on the show, okay, you can come in the comments. To me, if you don't rock with me, you wouldn't even come on the show. You wouldn't even come in the comments. You have countless times you have came on this platform. And then when on your time, when I finally had a chance to call into the show, you cut me off and didn't even allow me to speak. And my name is not even able to be mentioned in the chat. And then some subscribers have told me that they said, we can't come into your chat because if we come into your chat, we will be blocked. And I feel like, wow.
You want me to lie? Listen, it's not a lie. Yeah, I don't want to be associated with you. I'm not your friend. I don't want to be cool. I don't want anything. I don't want anything attached to you. You're already attached to me because you do commentary on me and we have a past. But I don't want any further attachment to you. I just don't.
Well, you just came on my show like a week or two ago in the chat when Tasha K was on there.
I don't want to be associated with you in any way.
When I was interviewing Tasha K, to me, Armon Wiggins, you have to make that make sense. You can't say just today, then a couple of weeks ago, you were in the chat responding. And even when we had Rock on the show, you were responding as well. And that could have been your boyfriend, it could have been you. But again, that's your brand, that's your show.
Again, listen, this is not even about that because you keep trying to bring other people into this. I'm about to, let's wrap this in a second because I don't want to go into a rabbit hole of other people. But what I'm saying is this: if you're hosting something and you have Tasha K on there and different people talking in daytime, I'm not coming there for you. I'm coming there because that's where everybody's at discussing. It's not, and I just said I don't dislike you. I'm coming there because that's where the conversation is being held. Like I said, you're talented, you're good. You'll have some conversations. However, I'm not your friend and I don't want to work with you and I don't want to collab with you. I don't want to do none of that with you. But I also want you to know that I wish you well, That's the only reason why.
But to me, that's hypocritical, though, Armon Wiggins. They came on because of the Wiley Show.
Well,
because everything that you describe is just not. That's not accurate. Because you can't say in one breath, I don't mess with him. Sorry. But then, if he had these people, I'll come on his show. But no, if you say I'm this person that won't be in the ops, and this is where I know that the Nicki Minaj says a bunch of bull. Because if Nicki Minaj, if a deal come in and I'm hosting and they offer you, your black behind gonna be up on that show. You can sit there and you can talk and talk about what you're not going to do. It's easy to say that when it ain't been presented to you yet. But let that phone call come through. You will be right there. It's just that point blank and period.
Okay, Wiley.
That's what I believe. So like, come on, because you come over here when Tasha come on the show.
With the blood of the Lord, and let's wrap it. Because I mean, this is your platform, so you get the last word. I'm just trying to tell you this. I said. It is what it is.
But you do have control issues, Armon Wiggins. One of your things, bro, you have control issues. You want things done your way. And you have to be honest.
Okay.
When things don't go your way, you don't like it.
Right now? Are you going to make me hang up? Is that what you want me to do? Or can we just end it? Because I'm not, please don't start. I'm not attacking you. So please don't start trying to come from me. Okay?
No, I'm just being honest with things. But Armon, this is me being honest with you, and you know it. When things don't go your way,
but
you don't like it.
No, I'm saying that you can have it. Like, I'm not here to argue with you. I told you we're cool. I don't dislike you. I support you. I think you're talented. I think you'll go far. That's it. I mean, I apologize for calling you cockeyed. But Armon Wiggins from this day forward,
if I do something and you try to do commentary on my show, give me the same respect by putting respect on my show. Period. That's all I ask. Put respect on my name, because if you say you have all this integrity, that you have this show, if you see a story and Wiley is reporting on it and you got it from the Wiley Show, then put respect on my name. It's just that simple. I work hard to get exclusive. It's not easy for me to get exclusive on the show. And so give me the respect that I'm owed.
If I do a story from you, I will give you the credit. Anything else?
That's what I want.
I gotta go eat my sandwich.
Yeah, go ahead, because that's all I'm trying to get into with that. Thank you. That's it.
Have a nice day, y'all.
Thank you, Armon Wiggins, for coming on the show. Love you. And that's what it is. We had a conversation. It was a long overdue conversation, but you can't accuse me of doing one thing and yet you doing the exact same thing. Now you can't say, Wiley, you interviewing the ops because we supposed to be friends, but I can remember. And see, people don't like Wiley because I mention names. I'm just keeping it facts as facts. He was dragging Daytime Tea Time because he felt Daytime Tea Time and Tasha K was working against him. And then once Daytime Tea Time and Tasha K broke up, they reconciled, they became friends, and he's no longer friends with Tasha K, and he's now buddies with Daytime Tea Time. To the public, they gonna say, bruh, didn't you just accuse Wiley for interviewing another blogger? Like, that's what I'm trying to understand. And I feel as though not only is Armon Wiggins stubborn, it is simple. He wants things done his way. If you do something where he feels as though that ain't the right person, do it. And he said something, you got to be careful saying this. This goes for anybody. And I'm very passionate when I say this. Be careful saying, I will never do this. I will never do that. Be careful saying never, because you don't know what you're going to do until you get in that situation. Everybody can say what they never going to do. I've met people that say, I would never do that, and got tempted and lost. And that same thing you said you never did, you did. And the reason why, in my humble opinion, that I know that if a Nicki Minaj situation would have happened, he would do it, is because he mentioned Nicki Minaj. You could have mentioned everybody, but you mentioned somebody that you love and that you been inspired of her formula with the bells and bombs and style. So I know in my humble opinion, my heart of hearts, and y'all can vote with me or vote against me, that if Nicki Minaj were to call him and she said, well, Wiley will be on there, you think he gonna decline that offer? No, he'd be right up there, up on there on Queen Radio. It's just that simple. And the different thing about it is, he really think I'm slow. A lot of people think that, though. A lot of people think Wiley is slow. Because I'm looking at it and I'm hearing this because I'm like, it's a narrative going to be spin. Because number one, I said, come on camera. And the reason why I want it on camera is very powerful when you on camera. Because I can see your facial expression. I can see, you're on the phone. I'm like, okay, he wanted to do the phone. Boom. But the question is, why now? See, the question is to the audience, why now you want to respond? It's because the Wiley Show is growing. And I am happy, and I'm not that obsessed with the big numbers. I'm happy for being me, being into the lane that God gave me. And what gets me, and this is where he say, I have all this integrity. I don't think like you, but you will block my name for being in the chat. You won't mention my name on the channel. And you think that's being fair? That's not being fair. You don't want Wiley to grow. You pretty much don't want Wiley to mention me. And to the Tasha K's and to whomever else you mention on your channel, she get talked about on her channel. You're not exempt to get commentary. It's just when Wiley does the commentary, Wiley is coming in with history with Armon Wiggins. History that he cannot deny. History that he tried to erase. History that he will try to change. But you can't, because it's years of history with Wiley. And every time you say Wiley is cockeyed, Wiley is this, I'm going to always remind you, was I cockeyed when I worked on your show for free? Was I cockeyed and encourage you and said, get up on YouTube? Was I cockeyed and said that Justin J and those people, don't worry about those other bloggers, do your show? Was I cockeyed then? It's easy to say that I'm cockeyed when I am getting exclusives and you upset about it and you don't want Wiley. And you don't want Wiley to get the publicity. Because what Wiley did, he got it his own way. And what Armon Wiggins tried to do, he tried to insert and say, your formula doesn't work. And we doing the same formula. Talking about folks. He tried to say, well, what you do it to other bloggers. You have done it to other bloggers yourself. You can't throw a stone at me unless you are sin free. That would be, I would stand up and applaud that. If he didn't do what I'm doing, he does it on a higher scale. So the phone lines is open. If anybody want to call in, give me a second. Anybody want to call in? He's more than welcome. The people, anybody that want to call in and give their opinion, they are more than welcome to call in. And I remember that he blocked sipping socialites, if I'm not mistaken, sister. He blocked you off the channel because you were over here. I can't even tell you how many people that email me and said, Wiley, I can't come into your chat because if I come into your chat, the moderators have been instructed to block them. So people are afraid to come into the chat because they don't want to get blocked from the Armon Wiggins show. Ain't that something? That is crazy to me. 8447 Sipping. 646-716-8447. 646-716-8447. So if anybody want to call in. He reached out to me for the talk. I want that crystal clear. And I'm not dumb. I know what it's about. And then he said, I'm having deals and all that. If you got all that, you wouldn't even be concerned of trying to even talk to Wiley. All the people, I got all these deals and all this big deal. If you got all that, God bless you with all them deals. That means you're going to get talked about more. So whatever higher level you go on, the more people going to talk about you. And that's just what it is. And people say, let it go. It's commentary. I don't take this stuff personal. I just do commentary. Comments. Oh, yeah, he's scared for the defamation lawsuit. Oh, yeah. Well, I'd be scared about that, too. So you said on your platform and all that type of stuff and repeated on these people's platform, they could be careful. 2994, Carly on the air. Y'all funny. 2994. Go ahead, caller.
Hello?
Hey, go ahead.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey, go ahead.
I just want to let you know that me and my mom, we love you.
Thank you.
And I just wanted to say that you need to block Armon. I'm sick of him. He is very jealous of you. And you moving up, you doing your thing, and we love you.
You know why I won't block him? Because it's good business. It's good business to have him in the chat. The same way how he comes into the Wiley Show chat when Tasha K comes in, it's good business. I would be crazy to block a bigger YouTube because I want to see what you're doing. Come on down because I'm not you in my house, so you more than welcome. Yeah. You keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So you want to keep an eye. Come on.
So I get where you coming from with that, but you know. It don't matter how you get there. Baby, you might be hitting on 10,000K subscribers now. And you know what? You blow up and you might be at 50,000. And then what they going to have to say?
Come on, sister.
You just keep on doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
I'll be watching you. And I appreciate you. I appreciate your commentary because you are non-biased. And I just wanted to tell you that I'm a new Patreon. So I've been watching some of your stuff. And just keep doing you. The haters don't hate. You know?
Right, and that's what it is, because guys, this is a business.
You ain't got no haters,
you ain't popping. This is a business, and the reason why I don't want to block him because it's good business. It's very good business because I have the type of spirit I can work with anybody. It's nobody that come on. And the way how he came in, I would never work with you. That's a lie. Because if that was the case, you would never call and never reached out. What is making you reach out? Yeah. I think you saying that because that's a good thing to say for your audience. It's a good thing to help you for your rep. But we already know if the opportunity presents itself and the money good and the deal is good, you will be right there with that deal. Period. Point blank.
Yeah. Well, I wish you the best, and I just wanted to let you know that
thank you, sister.
My mom watch you.
Well, thank you for telling your mom I said I love her, and y'all be safe out there.
She listening.
Get your hand sanitizer, get your mask.
You really gonna get on live?
Get your hand sanitizer and your mask. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
All right, bye. All right, Anonymous, you live on the air.
Hello.
Hey, go ahead, sister.
Hey, Wiley, it's Sippin.
Hey, Sippin, go ahead.
So, yes, from what I know, he did block me from his chat for being in Wiley's chat. Here's the thing. I'm a grown woman. I pay my own bills, whether I do it or my man does it. I don't rely on any content creator to pay my bills. So for anyone to say, oh, you can't go in this chat. If I see you in this chat, I'm going to block you. First of all, does any of those type of people understand how the industry works, period? If I'm a fan of Whitney Houston, that doesn't mean I can't be a fan of Mariah Carey. They're both going to get we know Whitney's passed, rest in peace. But think about it. I can go to both women's concerts if, you know, when Whitney was alive, support them, give them both my money, like both of them separately, and still be a fan of both. What does one have to do with the other?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm not understanding with Armon's logic. Do you think some big wig that's sitting at some radio station that he wants to be on is looking in the comments going, oh, there goes Sippin'. Oh, she's in Wiley's chat. Oh, Armon is affiliated with it. No, nobody thinks like that. I honestly sit here and think that he wants to be mean to you, Wiley. People look at you as the underdog because of your disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking it as something that they can kick. Like you're the dog, you're undeserving, you're not good enough. And none of that is true. None of that is true, okay?
Amen.
Do not let him or anybody like him convince you that you are not good enough, you are not talented enough, that you can't sit with them. You got your own table to sit at, okay?
Amen.
You building your own table. Somebody's going to come and sit at your table that will never sit with him based upon his attitude. Don't nobody want to work with nobody with no bad attitude that sit here and try to sit down on anybody and look down at them. Armon is not no better than you. He's not no further than you because he got a lot of subs. Okay, and what moves are he out here making? He went to a girls' premiere who people only seen twice on Love and Hip Hop. You have Tamika Scott, who people love. People love Escape, who was on your show. That was major. You know what I'm saying? People can say whatever. And I love Tamika. I love her spirit. I love her family because I watched them online. I watched them on her on the Escape reunion show when they did the 4 episodes. That was major. And you're really, really good at interviews. I also would like to see you do like regular, like local stories too. You know, like the regular stories that are crazy. Because you have a good voice. You have a good speaking voice. And the reason how I even found out about you was through Armon's chat. When I was following him, when he didn't have so many followers and you were on the show, is how we learned about you.
Oh, yes.
So for him to see, he's going to sit here and act like YouTube chemistry wasn't good. You two have good chemistry, way better than King Payne. King Payne does not have a personality. Their energy does not feed off each other. He brings nothing but sweat.
And we do have good chemistry, and it's way better. None to degrade Brother King Payne, which that brother number says, but it's way better than that. And he knows that. And I think he don't want us to work together and eat up his words, but he sees what we can bring together. It's magic.
He don't want you to shine over him. Why?
Exactly.
He don't want you to shine over him.
That's it.
I don't even think it's a jealous thing. It's I think mentally I'm better than this person.
Yes.
I don't want to
it's not a
get ahead.
yes.
So
yes, he's afraid that his audience, he's afraid, and this is me personally, he's afraid if I cling to him, my audience will really fall in love with Wiley, logic, and his idea and his personality.
But you don't have to cling to him. You don't need to cling to him.
Oh, absolutely not.
You have your own personality. And Wiley, you give commentary every day without cursing. Before it was even popular not to let people curse.
Right.
That's a big thing. That's like rappers who can rap without cursing. You get what I'm saying? Like you just have this personality because of how you grew up. You've had to develop your personality. Whereas people 9 out of 10 who look good, including myself, some of us don't have a personality. We just show up and people throw stuff. Whereas people who have personalities, they go further.
Absolutely. And with this personality with the show, is that I don't have all these bells and whistles. We don't even have all the top-notch quality equipment, and I still reach the people. And with Armon Wiggins, and I see him in the chat, he could have stayed on the line. Like, stay on the line. Like, why run from it? Like, let's come on StreamYard. Like, I don't understand it. He said he's gonna eat his sandwich. He reminds me of Tasha K. When the kitchen getting hot, I gotta go eat my sandwich. Tasha K said, I gotta go talk to this person. You know, no. Down alive. I mean, because I'm not gonna end it.
Me and my friends call Armon Tasha K baby. We call him Tasha K Jr. We've been calling him that for like a year, and we laugh at him because they're just the same. Tasha didn't do nothing but sit here and say we're not friends, and that boy blew a freaking gasket, and they wasn't. They didn't know each other for 29 days. We're grown. We're adults. Okay, I might meet a new chick. We network about some stuff, but that's not my friend. And the whole Dr. Sebi thing, Dr. Sebi went to Tasha K platform, family went to that platform because it was bigger and could reach a larger audience. This is an industry.
Absolutely,
people do this stuff all the time where you can't go over here after 2 weeks. Like, that's very common, okay?
And he didn't like it. And Armon Wiggins, he definitely doesn't like it that I name drop. Oh, it's not about them. No, I have to bring that up because that helps me with my argument. That helps me with my case. You can't accuse me of something.
Name dropped too.
And he
literally set up here everything he said about you, Wiley. He needs to go take a look in the mirror because he was talking about his damn self. And that's the thing. When two people gravitate towards each other, 9 out of 10, they're very similar. He's no different than you.
Absolutely. And he knows that somebody posted in the chat.
He is.
They said, Armon and Wiley, y'all need to do videos together, discuss topics and gossip, forget the board, get the views and capitalize. Right. It will be that moment. But this is the thing. You have to humble yourself, and egos gotta go, humble on both parts.
Egos do have to go.
Yeah.
But in the thing, he has some growing to do as well. The controlling thing, we're having a whole pandemic. When has Armon sat there and said on his live, I don't watch him, so I don't know if he did, but I haven't heard that he has, and say, you know what, you all give a lot to me, and I know a lot of you have lost your jobs and you're not doing well. If I could just donate $30 to 2 followers, I'll be able to do that and help y'all out right now. Has he done that? So for him to sit here and think he can control people and where they go, he gives nothing back to nobody. I don't know who he thinks he is, but he ain't dropped no seeds over here to telling anybody where they can and cannot go. Until the day that he does, he needs to keep his control and access to him and that boyfriend, because he don't pay nobody else's bills, can hardly pay his own, and that's why he always begging everybody else and twerking for dollars, which I ain't got no problem with that. But don't sit here and twerk for people dollars and then sit here and try to tell them where they can go when you want their money. The hell he thinks.
Well, thank you so.
But that's all I have to say. Why?
Well, thank you. We got 3 callers in it, and I want to respond to this comment. He said, "Respect your hustle. He just don't like the way you move." Okay, but again,
we don't like the way he moves. We don't like the way he treats Wiley. How about that? I don't like the way he moves. He moves emotionally. He has very low emotional intelligence, and he's very irrational and hypocritical. And yes, Stephen Socialite said it. Mm-hmm. Love you, Wiley.
That is true. Oh wow, I'm just gonna hang up. I'm gonna end the show now because this sounds very clicky and clicks and views. We on YouTube. What you think? It ain't gonna be no clicking no view. It's on YouTube. People gonna watch it. This sound very clicky. This sound like a click and a view. I'm gonna hang up. No, bruh, we on YouTube. Of course it's gonna be a click. Of course it's gonna be a view. Anonymous, you live on the air.
Wiley,
go ahead, sis.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel after you talk to Armon? How do you truly feel? Do you feel like you got some things off your chest? You feel relief?
No, it was that my platform is growing. I'm talking. He don't like it. We got history together. My name is being mentioned to circles that he trying to move in. I get it. You know what I'm saying? His boyfriend watch me constantly. But this the thing. Why your boyfriend watching me? And I think both of y'all, why it don't just be the boyfriend watching, number one. Amaya, you watch.
Well, according to Ahmad, when he came at Mob Radio, his boyfriend goes to work and he's not on the YouTube platform. He don't do nothing with the internet. I do have to catch the replay and hear the conversation, but I just wanted you to look at the situation that happened with Mob Radio. And I want you to look at you and look at Mob Radio, and you got to look at this person is common. Y'all got 2 people that is common. Okay, he crossed Mob Radio, and y'all situation happened.
But again,
Ahmad has some growing to do.
Right, but our situation, not to cut you off, ma'am, but me and Ahmad is go back way before Mob Radio. But I hear what you're saying, but that goes.
I know, but what I'm saying is Ahmad does not have control of his feelings.
Oh yeah, I
And
agree
when
with
a
you on
person
that.
don't
I
have
agree with you on
control
that
of
on the feelings
their
part.
feelings, it doesn't matter what situation you put in, you can't handle it.
Yeah. I feel
it
like
could be deeper.
I feel like you're right about that.
It could be something quick. It could be like he doesn't have control of his feelings. He cuts his callers out all the time. I mean, he's very disrespectful, and I'm just glad that you did get this you had this conversation with Armon, and I will support you all the way.
All right, thank you so very much. Okay, we got 2 callers holding on. Let me bring the callers on. 1999, caller, you on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, caller. You got me in the background. I'm trying to hear you.
Wiley.
Hey, go ahead.
This is my first time calling in. I'm in the chat. My name is Quay, Haim, and I was just watching, and I want to say to you, I really, really appreciate you as a YouTuber, being that someone, I also share a disability, and I just like to see people be something that people don't think they are. You know, when you have a disability, people think that you're not equal, that you're not someone, that you can't speak, that you can't articulate words, that you can't form proper thoughts or sentences. And you are debunking that by showing who you are and being the person that you are in your platform. I also respect the way how you listen to people and you try to hear them out, even when they don't deserve for you to. Today, watching that conversation, it just made me feel really, really weird because you were very respectful and he wasn't giving you that in return. I just feel like Armon thinks that people are beneath him, and I really want to understand where does he get this mentality from, because he's a person just like any one of us. I also kind of find it very weird that he has all of this macho to him. Like, weren't you the same guy just disrespecting Black women? So I kind of feel that people forgiving him is kind of lackluster because it didn't do anything, because he's still the same horrible person. I just feel like it didn't do anything because he's still the same horrible person. He has no humbleness to him. He has no personality outside of being mean, spiteful, and wishy-washy. I just don't see how he's even thriving, and I'm not going to hate on him, but it's not hating, I'm just being truthful, because once you say things disparaging Black women, I feel like you should not have a platform, especially if you're not redeeming yourself. And he's yet to show that. He has no redeeming qualities about himself. And that interview, whatever it was just him just spewing out bullshit and you just trying to understand it, when I feel like you were very nice in that, because I would have hung up the phone a moment ago. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry if I'm just running off. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. It's just baffling to try to see him disrespect you when he took his time out to reach out to you. It's not like you reached out to him; he reached out to you. And as you said before, it's because your platform is growing. Like, it's always like it's just crazy to me that he doesn't like anybody saying his name and this and that. But whenever he feels his need to use people, he has no problem with doing so. And I just feel like he's very disrespectful. And I know that this is you guys' community, and this is you guys' platform as Black content creators. But I just feel like he should have just been canceled after his disparaging comments about OG and Black women as a whole. And he continues to do so. I mean, he just called the Pepper Room an African bee. He constantly disrespects Millie in like any way he can, and then to see him disrespecting you. So it seems it's a pattern. Not only is it people, because Black women we are at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to people. So next to people, I just feel like he should be very, very more understanding, because next is gay people, then it's people with disabilities. I have not seen anything of him being kind or generous or humble or respectful to any of the 3 people I just named. And he's in the gay community himself, which is kind of messed up. So I just really appreciate you and how you are as a person. I just feel like you should have hung up on Armon a long time ago. I feel like I feel like some people be trying to listen to people out a lot. And I feel like I just want you to know, being that you're a content creator, not everyone deserves the chance to be heard out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you would probably make that. You would probably make that. You'll probably make that up in your mind whenever it needs to be at the time in your life. You will probably figure that out yourself. But not everyone deserves to be heard out. This guy has proven yet and yet again that he does not need to be heard out or to be understood, because it's nothing to understand. He lives in a world where it's all about him. And the way that he was just speaking so down to you, and it's crazy to me, because being that you're supposed to have a disability and you're supposed to be the one suffering from mental illnesses and whatever else that's alleged out there. The person, if we didn't know any prior knowledge or weren't privy to anything of you guys' background, you would think Armon was the one suffering from mental illnesses and supposed to have a disability. I mean, that's just how I'm just going to be real. I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the comments would agree. You wouldn't think it was Wiley whatsoever, because as you said before, he thinks you're dumb, and you know what? That is true. That assessment is true. He does think you're dumb. The way he was speaking to you was just horrible. It was just horrible to watch. It was very cringeworthy. I was just sitting here literally wanting to gouge my eyeballs out with a grape with a can opener, because it was just like, I can't even get the words out. I was just disgusted at how he was just trying to talk to you, and I was like, wait, who wanted to do this? And when you said he reached out to you, I was like, wait, what? I don't know, Wiley, but I just appreciate you, and I've been watching you for at least like 3-4 months now, and I really, really do appreciate you and your testimony, and I also appreciate you being able to be a wordsmith and be able to hold conversations and still not let your disability define you, and make sure that you are educated, that you are not ignorant on a platform, because we have a lot of people like that too. They have a platform and they have no need to change or try to make themselves very knowledgeable or not ignorant. And I thank you that you are not doing that. I thank you that you are taking the time to be on this platform, and you are not spewing. I don't want to cuss, but that's why I keep pausing, because I don't want to cuss. But you are not on your platform spewing tomfoolery and fuckery. I'm just glad you are not doing that. I'm glad you are not indulging in that, and I'm glad you are debunking everything that they say that people like us should be. I love you, and I really hope that you continue to grow and prosper, because if anybody deserves it, it's truly you.
Thank you so very much for that. Okay, so we got another caller. Thank you. 7260, calling on the air.
Hey, Wiley, this is Niecy.
Hey.
All right, so, hey, I look at you as like my little brother. Mm-hmm. I'm a fellow water sign, so I know that you were being very sincere. Like, I could see it on your face, even in your voice. Like, when you are doing something that's just playing around, you laugh and giggle throughout the thing, but you are being very serious. And before, I heard you say that you really did regret what happened between you and Armon. However, Armon is not in that same space. And I want you to understand that, because when he was on the phone, like the young lady said before me, he was very disrespectful, and he talked to you like you weren't anything. And I watch Armon as well. But this made me view him in a totally different light, and I was really upset how he treated you. But I'm going to tell you that the way you beat this is you become more successful, and don't even dwell on him. If I were you, I can't tell you how to run your channel, and you're a grown man, but you let this motivate you to the next level. And I wouldn't even bring up Armon anymore. For one thing, you are one of the best reviewers on here. You're very endearing and relatable, and you let your callers talk to you, and you have like a rapport with your callers, and they feel like you are, like, we are on the same level, because you share your struggles and you don't put people down who don't have what you have. Now, when you get to the big times, don't do us like Armon does his callers. I'm gonna need you not to do that. But I'm going to give you some constructive criticism, and this is coming from someone. I'm just talking to you like I'm your sister. The things that happen, like between you and that girl, 7 Stars, I don't like her, but I'm gonna just say that 7 Stars and Chocolate Day and all these people, like with you talking about things that may have happened between you personally are kind of like turning on him. It may not be like y'all probably weren't friends, but that gives people like Armon ammunition to use that against you. So they'll say, well, Wiley can't be trusted, or he's not loyal. And when you say, because I've heard you say that as well, and that does turn people off. So you might hinder your success by saying things like that. So I just want you to be mindful of that. Use this as a motivator. And Armon is, I mean, from here on out, like, he's trash to me because he puts himself on a pedestal, and it's easy to get knocked off that pedestal. And I know he was homeless. I remember those days. And to see that he has this attitude, like, you know, it's just like you, like, I'm better than you. And this is the same thing, how Tasha K treated him, and now he's doing the same thing to you. But it'll always come around. So don't let that discourage you. But I wish Armon can look in the mirror and see what he's doing to other people, because he feels like Wiley's name is tarnished. You know, he's a part of that sector. Because I've been on his lives and people will mention you, and he'll be like, don't bring that up in here. And he feels that he's above it. But it only takes one thing to bring you down. So that's all I got to say about him.
Thank you.
Wiley, keep going. You are handsome. Like, I hear you be like, I don't look that good and all that. You are a handsome young man.
Thank you.
Don't let nobody talk crazy to you. You hear me? Don't let nobody. I will come down there and whip your behind.
Okay.
I'm just playing. But
Thank you so very much.
Don't do that again.
Thank you. And thank you for everybody that called in today. Listen, you guys, I know, I get it. We're going to continue to be successful. The reason why I'm going to talk about him, because he's a popular topic to talk about. So you talk about what's hot, what's current, and it's a part of the current events. But I will also say this, regardless of what you say about Wiley, I'm going to always do the best I can do for my show. And I don't have a lot of money like some of my competitors. I don't have a lot of resources like some of my competitors. My microphone ain't like the best like some of my competitors. But I give you the best show I can give you with the very limited resources that I have. And I thank you all for that, because y'all come and y'all be entertained. Ahmad reached out to me and he wanted to do the interview. He wanted to have a conversation. I don't know what he thought he was going to get from it. I guess probably make me look bad, but clearly you can't do that when you're going on somebody else's show. And I've already been saying the same thing over and over. And you can't say that I'm bad when yet you'd have done some things that could be called into question. Thank you. Let me make sure we got no more callers, because that's it. I'm going to go take me a shower and watch some television, some shows, so we can get up for our morning show. I want to thank Dwight for coming on our show today. Make sure y'all go check out The Circle NYC. Make sure y'all go follow me on Instagram. Let me show y'all my Instagram before I go. I got to plug my Instagram. Make sure y'all follow me over there, because we be doing some things on Instagram. Shout out to Willie Taylor from day 20. Did I say day 26? Did I say that right? It's his birthday today. So shout out to him. I posted that on my page. So if you all have not followed me on Instagram, go on, follow me on there. We do go live on Instagram. We're trying to get them followers up. So if you have not followed me on Instagram, click on that button and follow me on Instagram. Thank you all for coming on the show, and I will see y'all soon. Yes, The Circle has a new episode. Not yet. It's going to come out next week. Thank you all for that. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And go in the comments and tell me how y'all feel about Armon Wiggins calling into The Wiley Show. God bless you to all of my producers. Peace.